Hello, everybody. Hello, ninth graders. So I'm recording this video to review and provide feedback on Martes de Prueba, test 1, specifically in the English section. So let's start. Okay, over here, we can see the test. So the first thing I want to mention is the nature of this part, right? These kind of exercises, what they try to do is to confirm your reading comprehension. The instruction is to read a text, and right after we finish reading the text, we're going to be answering the questions that are proposed. In this case, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So the 5 questions are based on the information that is given in this text. This is critical reading. That means you have to focus specifically with objectivity on the information that is given in the text without speculating on and without answering based on personal opinions. So let's start by reading the text. Gender equality is important. Gender equality is a faraway reality. While progress has been made, statistics tell another story. Billions of women don't have the same employment opportunities nor salary as men. As the current rate, at the current rate, it will take about a century to close the global pay gap. That's why gender equality needs to be a priority. Let's examine 3 reasons why it's important. Healthcare. Research shows that women receive worse medical care than men. There are many reasons for this, including lack of education and lower incomes. Sexism in the medical research community also leads to worse care. Diseases that affect women more than men aren't as well researched. Economy. When women receive the same education and job opportunities as men, they can improve any organization they join. Studies show that diversity of all types increases an organization's productivity. Poverty. Poverty rates are the highest among young girls. This is because girls don't receive the same education as boys, and when girls marry, they often don't work. Women advance when they receive better education, healthcare, and job opportunities. Okay, so that is the end of the text. Now we're going to take questions 21 to 25 one by one. What you need to understand is that one of the strategies that we should apply is to start questioning the options that are given by coherence. If they are coherent, so they will be answering the question. If they're not, they will be answering probably a different question. Let's see how it goes. 21. What is the difference between the employment situation of women and men, based on the test? First, or A, the fact that historically men have higher salaries than women. Okay, that sounds coherent. B, the fact that men are better prepared for managerial positions. Okay, that information seems coherent, but it was not given. They didn't mention managerial positions. C, the fact that women don't desire to apply for higher positions. So this one is not very coherent, first, because what we are discussing here is equality. So of course, women would like to be higher in these positions. Besides that, it is not mentioned. So in this case, the correct answer would be A. The fact that historically men have higher salaries than women. There is no salary as over here. It is mentioned here. Billions of women don't have the same employment options nor salary as men. So it is mentioned right there. Let's move on to question 22. What does the global pay gap refer to? So over here, what they're asking is, what is the meaning of this concept? What is the meaning of this right here? The global pay gap right here. What is the meaning of this? And then they give us three options for us to decide. Again, this has to be taken in context as it was presented. So 22. A, it means that in a competitive world, men and women should not earn the same money. So in this case, they're using should not. So in this case, I consider that A is incoherent because it's proposing the opposite of what the article or the text is proposing, which is equality. So I will cancel A. B, it has to do with the worldwide tendency of rewarding women with less money than men. Okay, that one sounds coherent. Before we decide, we want to read C. C, it is defined as the predisposition of paying the same amount of money to men and women. This same, it's indicating that this is not a, a coherent answer. Why? Because when we're talking about a gap, it's because there is an imbalance. They're not balanced. So, of course, by definition, would not be the same. So I will cancel C. Then going back to B, which is the coherent and correct answer, it says it has to do with the worldwide tendency of rewarding women with less money than men. So worldwide, global, talking about rewarding, that is the payment, and talking about the imbalance or gap, women less than men. That is why in 22, the correct answer will be B. Let's move on to 23. In 23, the question is, one of the reasons why women lack of an appropriate health system is that. Over here, they give us three options. A, in the world, there are more healthy women and fewer sick men. Of course, this is incoherent because what they are stating is the opposite. B, women have enough money to pay for their medical expenses. This is also incoherent because what we are presenting is the inequality and advantage that men actually have over women also in this area, health. And let's read C. Scientists often focus on male patients rather than female patients. So this is the correct one. This is the correct one because, as it is mentioned here, sexism in the medical research community also leads to worse care. Diseases that affect women more than men aren't as well researched. So it means that investigation has been focused on men diseased, men diseases, right? Not in women. That is why answer C is the correct one in this case. Let's move on to 24. What would happen if women and men had the same treatment regarding job opportunities? Let's see the options. A, it will have a positive effect in the productivity of companies worldwide. Okay, that one sounds coherent based on what we read. But let's read B and C. B, it wouldn't have any positive or negative effect on the way enterprises work. So this one is not very coherent because essentially it's saying that it wouldn't make a difference. And C, it would have a negative consequence on the way companies run business. So essentially, C is the opposite to A, saying that if they had the same opportunities or the same treatment, it will be negative for the company. But over here in economy, it says that diversity of all types increases organizations' productivity. So in this case, this is why A would be the correct answer for 20. Now let's move to 25. Let's see. The question says, besides the lack of employment opportunities, what other factor affects women around the world? A, poor health because they get married early. Okay, over here, this is not coherent because the fact that they get married early was focused or was mentioned on the poverty paragraph, not on the health paragraph. B, poverty as a result of poor academic levels. So this one is more coherent with the paragraph of poverty. We'll see after we check C. C, illiteracy as a consequence of lack of interest. So C is not very coherent because, of course, women will be interested in getting themselves a good education, which happens to be literacy. And also lack of interest. No, definitely C, no. So B will be the correct answer. Let me tell you why. Poverty as a result of poor academic level. Poverty rates higher amongst young girls. This is because girls don't receive the same education as boys. Here. The girls don't receive the same education as boys. That is a fact. And because when they marry, that also they don't work. Okay, so that is essentially the reason, that is the answer, the correct answer. And we stop presenting right now. And I thank you very much for your attention. Continue practicing. See you in another occasion.